Hi everyone, welcome. Let's start with my introduction. My name is Miraj Bhagar. I am a developer from Mumbai, India, and I have 12 or 13 years something programming experience, and this is my second video recording. So please forgive me. I am not a professional video recorder or voice artist or something like that, and my environment is also noisy. There are a lot of horn sounds and other sounds in the background, so please forgive me for that. Okay, now this video is about the installation and how to use an extension created by me. So let's begin about what are the extensions. I will assume that my viewers have no knowledge about the extension, browser extensions. Okay. Normally browser extensions, they work in desktop browsers and laptop browsers. They don't work in mobile. They don't. And in order to use this extension, you need to have a laptop or a desktop and a Chrome browser, because this extension is specific to Chrome browser. It's published at a Chrome browser or a Chrome web store. Yeah. So before starting, I would like you to read this, go through this. I will read it out. Palestinian and non-Palestinian fundraiser automation Chrome extension. This extension was built out of necessity and compassion while supporting Palestinian fundraisers and awareness posts on X. I, Miraj Bhagar, found myself repeatedly liking, retweeting, quoting and replying to many of my following pinned posts. It became clear my behavior followed a pattern, and automating it could save hours. Out of the realization, this extension was born not only to help myself, but now hopefully others who engage in similar digital advocacy. Okay, so you can see the features and all. I will provide you the link to know more about this extension, and questions like, is this malicious or not, and such thing. This is not malicious. The code is open source. Anyone can see the code. And yeah, one very important thing before starting, on the right window you can see privacy policy. Okay, that you can read later. The most important part is this. You should read this before starting to use it or before thinking about to use it. Important disclaimer: this Chrome extension is intended for personal, commercial use only, to automate routine tasks on S, formerly Twitter, in a user-controlled manner. Automating interactions like liking, reposting, replying, or quoting may violate X automation rules and platform manipulation policy. So please be careful. Okay, now by using this tool, you acknowledge and accept full responsibility for any consequences, including potential account restriction or suspension. Do not use it for spam, bulk engagement, or any activity that could be seen as inauthentic. Always respect X reads limit, and we strongly recommend reviewing their policies before proceeding. The developer is not liable for misuse. I am not liable for misuse. Okay. And before, if you are still there, if you want to continue, even after reading this disclaimer, you are most welcome. So please think before using it. It does not do anything on the backend side. It does not use X API or such things. Okay, now I will explain you what are extension, because I'm assuming my user doesn't know anything about extensions. Extensions are actually browser extensions, are small programs that are meant to run locally on the user's browser behind the scenes, and they help in many type of tasks. Like sometimes you see ads on your in your browser and you want to block that ads, so there are extensions available for that. Different extensions are created for different purposes, and mine is the automation of fundraisers posting. Okay, so let's start with, in case if you want to know more things, like more things about the source code and all, and such things, then you can visit github.com/mirage/x-routine-automation. Okay. Alright, it was already open in my another screen, so it disappeared from the screen. This is the repo where the extension is, the source code of the extension is deployed. You can find everything here about the license and all. The license is open, so anyone can change the code he likes, continue whatever he can do. I'm not unable for that, but it's fully available to see. And you can also find a readme over here for the development purpose, how to create this extension if you want to create on your own. And you can also see the privacy policy that doesn't collect anything on the backend side or anything. It just runs locally in your computer and it saves locally in your browser storage. You will find or such editors over here. Okay, now let's start with the installation and how to install it and use it. Okay, the very first thing you need to do is visit chromewebstore.google.com. Then you need to search for X-Routine-Automation. You will find X-Routine-Automation as a result, and you need to click it. This is our extension which we are talking about. After clicking it, you need to click Add to Chrome button. It will say it can read and change your data on docs.google.com and x.com. So obviously you are automating it, so it will send the information on the backend through your local app. Okay, and regarding that docs.google.com, it doesn't write anything over there. It reads verified, radio auto manual verified users, so that is only read. You need to click add extension. You will see X automation has been added to Chrome. Manage your extensions by clicking extensions in the tools menu. Okay, you will find it may disappear suddenly after the installation, so don't worry about that. There's an icon, extensions icon next to address bar. You need to click it and you need to find this X-Routine-Automation and you need to click select pin. So it's again available now. Then you need to click this icon of X-Automation and then you need to click open controller button. You will see a new tab saying welcome to my extension, and some buttons: manage users, manage follows, manage URLs and manage to think of this as a home screen to manage this extension, control the behavior of this extension. The very first thing you need to do over here is open a new tab, visit x.com and make sure you are logged in. See your exact username. Mine is MEARAJ BHAGAD. Okay, so you need to switch back to this extension tab and you need to click Manage Users button. Okay, over here, enter your username and just remember you don't need to add @ in the beginning. Please do not use a bad or the extension behave. That is not required. Now you need to click Add button. So Miraj Bharad, that's me, I am added. And I want to use this extension as a user named Miraj Bharad, that is me. I can run as another user if I'm logged in with that user ID. Now you need to click Set Active. So it's running now, started. It will save everything for user Miraj Bharad. Okay, now you need to go back. After that, you need to click Manage Follows. Okay, now here's the thing. You can see my followings are 0 and followers that are followers as well. That are not followers comes under the non-official. That is not a necessary thing. I just kept it for the convenience. So why I've selected followers instead of followers is that there are people who I follow and they don't follow me, and those are fundraisers, and I didn't wanted to miss them. And it is not necessary that followings and follows should be the same. You can add anyone who is neither followings or follows, any user you want to add or you want to support. It's up to you. It has nothing to do with the real manipulation of the real followings and followers. It's up. You can decide what you want it to do. So let's say I want to add followings from my X account. I will click Collect Followers and this will open a new window. Okay, and it will start scrolling and adding followings, and it will continue to scroll until it reaches the end. In case if you don't want to add all the followings and keep a limited number of followings, or for any reason you decide to stop and just add the already added followings, then you can click this Stop Collecting button here. It will stop this process of scrolling in few seconds, I think. Okay, it's stop now. So it has collected followings and it should match with this. The order should match. Let's see, the first user came Al-Fadi over here on the right window of X.com, and you can see this the same users. Okay, and you can collapse and expand this according. Now after this we need to switch back and we need to click Manage. Okay, I forgot to mention in this Manage Followers there are other things like shuffle followers and reset. They are all for convenience. As a beginner, you don't need to know everything about it. You will, when you get used to the app, you will come to know everything naturally. So don't need to worry about shuffle followings and all. Shuffle will shuffle. Reset will reset. Only keep the username. It is the timestamp the app of all the users. If you want to reset the timestamp, no issues. You can, if you find duplicate entries, you can remove duplicate entries and you format it twice accidentally. The app takes care of that. Still, if there is a bug or something, then you can click remove duplicates. Okay, let's go behind back. Okay, now manage URLs. You can see fundraiser URLs and excluded fundraiser URLs. Right? There's an option called Add Default Fundraisers. I'm clicking on it. Okay. Now the app will consider all these URLs as belonging to fundraisers. So the app can now decide which user is a fundraiser and which user is not a fundraiser based on these URLs. If on any user's profile bio, if it finds any of this URL, it will consider the following as a fundraiser. Otherwise, it won't consider the following as a fundraiser. And here there may be other URLs if you don't want to consider them as fundraisers. You want any profile bio in which other type of URL is there and you don't want to consider him as a fundraiser, you can enter it over here. So app will know and app will be careful in this regard. Now we will click back and now we need to click manage tweets. This is the main this is the screen where everything happens, where you need to control what has to be done in what not. In this most basic form, to start using the app, you need to click start, like, and retweet. Before that, we will close this current window of X on the right side. I will call it right window. Okay. So clicking on start, like, and retweet will start the process. See, there is no fundraiser. So I think the app will skip this and will try to move on the next user, next for me. Okay. It will take 20 seconds, I think. Yeah. You cannot find anything that says the user is a fundraiser, so I think it will skip this post also. This will continue. This won't stop. And it will keep on running. Okay, so the app is doing its job. By the time I will explain you other functionalities, you can see this source URLs. There is a text input below that. Okay, this is for entering the URL of the post which you consider as a fundraiser post. So it's not that the app only automatically decides. You can also decide by yourself if you want to give a like, retweet, and anything like that. Okay. Now this is a target URLs. It is a very advanced functionality, and it is for advanced users. I will explain you about this later, and I think you will understand this only when you get used to this app. Still, I will try to explain in this video itself. Okay. And this is removes source URL from history, and this is also an advanced functionality that I will explain you. This can only be explained after explaining you this source URLs. And you can see this threshold durations 720 minutes, then target reply 720 minutes, and then following 72 minutes, and then minimum wait time 20 seconds for followings and 20 seconds. These are a little advanced, not that much advanced. And when you scroll down, you can see the default user inputs. The first one is RT. This is all good by default. You don't need to touch it unless you feel necessary, the need for it. Still, I will cover all these functionalities. Okay, and this is RT image search and text. Okay, we go from the first RT text. Any non-Palestinian post that is tweeted will contain this text. Arabic text. It's up to you in Arabic. You can replace with your own custom text only. All these things you will better understand if you get these two. Okay, the basic part is explained and the extension is running and doing its job. So now the further discussion will be related to the advanced functionality. So it may sound boring and it may be time consuming because we have to look for the URLs, target URLs, source URLs and all and such things. Okay. On the left window, I will visit my home page. Okay. And I will need a URL for retweeting and all. So I will search for, okay, this is users so internet. She is my friend, and actually she was the one who asked me about the extension. It was my personal extension, and she was asking about it, and she was interested in it. So because of her, I published at Chrome, and she inspired actually. So if anything goes wrong, or if I do any mistakes, I have no issues. I know that she won't mind. Okay, now this is the post which I want to RT like and quote and comment. I will click and copy this URL by clicking upload icon and selecting copy link. I will go to controller tab or app extensions tab. I will paste it here and then I will click add. This is Gaza is checked. That means the post belong to Gaza fundraiser. And and one more thing, adding any URL the app consider it as a fundraiser URL. Okay, so this is a manual thing, unlike following where app decides on its own whether the person is a fundraiser or not. Here the app knows that URL belongs to the fundraiser. I will click add. Okay, so this process go into the priority before looking for the next following. The app will take URL from here. You can see this URL, and you will find it on the right side after this current process is done. Okay, this is the URL, and what should happen? Should comment, it should insert GIF automatically, and it will reply automatically. Then it will code automatically. Okay, it also checks that the post is verified by Radio Watermelon, and it puts a hashtag along with the code. Right? And you can see this disappeared on the left window because it's done with it. Now the next thing is, this is a much more advanced functionality, target URL. It's like posting on someone else's post. This source URL is posted at someone else. Okay, I've changed my mind because it will be a very long video, and I think it's enough for now. The part 1 video, and I will explain more things about this advanced functionality. But I think many users will naturally understand it. So I'm keeping the advanced functionality part for the next video if demanded, or else I'm expecting that the user will understand on its own after getting used to with this extension. So this will be the part 1 of the video. So thank you all guys, and ending it now. Thanks a lot and goodbye, dude. Thank you very much.